Hey everyone, we are back for the final hour of week 3 of Diet Party Blood Jews. Graham, what are we going to do about all these enemies?
Well, that's entirely up to you, isn't it?
Oh, I'm curious. What is the reaction from the guy on the wyvern, like riding the wyvern?
What do you mean?
Like, well, he's the same guy that I previously encountered.
A year ago?
Yeah. I also happen to have a wyvern in the room with me.
Yes.
I assume that I would get some sort of reaction from him.
It looks more like his eyes grow wide and then he becomes angry. Grr.
Yeah. And then I see him. Do I recognize him? Does Walter recognize him?
As the goblin that got away, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's really been, hounding on your consciousness.
Well, it hasn't. I just remember the fire more than anything, and I remember a guy getting away. So, it wouldn't have been anything more than that. If I see him and I recognize him, I'd be like, "How did those spiders taste, you fucking rat goblin motherfucker?" Yeah. So I believe it is Pike's turn, if I remember correctly.
It's the dwarves' turn.
Dwarves. Oh yeah, they have
The dwarves will attack the owlbear again.
Hell yeah, do it, dwarvesies.
Okay, 2 will hit, 1 will critical miss.
Fuck. That's like the type of thing that happens where they drop their sword on the ice and it slides away.
Yeah, we will see.
Yeah.
Let's see, the one with the battle axe will strike the torso and hasn't been hit there yet. Minor bleeding from there as well. And then the next one will do quite a bit of damage. To one of its forelegs. And yeah, you guys hear something. Basically, he uses his hammer to put a dent in the owlbear's foreleg, one of them.
Oh,
Ooh.
And something cracks a little bit, like, or something like, yeah, something that was not pleasant probably for the owlbear.
Very good.
And then it's Pike's turn.
So what does Pike do seeing another wyvern for, I assume, the first time?
I believe he's fairly tame with whatever you do, whatever you want him to do.
Okay, does he say anything to me at all? Like, what's his feelings on, like, me attacking another wyvern?
Wyverns are extremely territorial by nature.
Okay.
Kill it now.
Oh, all right then.
He's gonna take my women, or whatever.
Jacob is his woman, or Engelard is his woman.
wait, what?
That's just his natural response.
Okay.
Hey, the dynamic duo.
Yeah. All right. Well, okay. Shit. If it's his turn, then I guess if his natural instinct is to, like, yo, fuck this wyvern, he's gonna attack the wyvern.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's...
Well, it's mostly like, I can probably tell him not to, but, like, at the same time, it makes sense. I mean, there's that mage again, and,
I
mage
know,
is
but
gonna
remember,
die.
but the question is, would he have to run across the ice?
No, he ran around the ice. So he's
Okay.
he's like coming to flank us, sort of thing, from what I remember
Correct.
the discussion being. So, is that true, Graham?
Yeah. No, that's true.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
Then he would go and fight that guy. He would fight him.
Okay. The wyvern or the rider?
Let's see what happens if he goes for the rider. Okay, so this is an adult wyvern, right?
No, this is the same size as yours.
Okay. I just don't remember how big he was last time I saw him.
Oh, I forgot to mention the dwarf that critical failed slips and falls prone.
Like on his back or on his front?
On his back.
Okay. Good job, dwarf.
Anyway.
Yeah, so he's gonna go. He's gonna maybe he'll bite the neck of the wyvern, or sort of. Yeah, I don't know how wyverns fight. I assume that they'd bite the neck and stuff.
Bite and stinger.
Yeah, and then he's gonna use the stinger to try and attack the goblin on top. Sort of like rack around or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, I get you.
So that was a bite, and that was a sting.
Nothing.
Okay.
Again. Walzer.
He's going to drop his short bow, pick up his Lucerne, and then go help Pike.
Alright. Charge.
Charge, yep.
+1, alright. Who's this again?
So how big's the wyvern in size scales?
Man-sized.
Man size? Can he theoretically jump on the back of Pike and then hit the mage?
Make a land-based riding check first.
Absolutely.
Dexterity based.
Okay, so that's like 18, I think.
+11. Now this is dexterity based.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, 11. 23.
All right, success. You jump on the back and you still attack.
So
and
this is a goblin. So this is a goblin. So 17 for the thing, and then +1 for the charge. And
Sure.
33.
All right. Let's see. You get it in the side. You basically mount up in one fell leap. And as you come down, the hammer comes down with you.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. And basically shatters the goblin rider's shoulder.
Of the opposite
Portion of
arm
it.
or the same arm? Oh, this is a different guy. Yeah, no, this is a completely different guy. Yeah. All right.
Yeah. You break it down. Basically, you know, like a dislocated shoulder looks like, where it kind of hangs down.
Yep.
That's what it looks like, except it's worse than that.
Mm.
And he screams in goblinoid agony.
As he should.
Yeah, he does. Engelard.
Quick question. Does... where is it? I believe it's called Spook. Does that work only on intelligent creatures, or...?
Yes. They must be semi-intelligent.
Is an owlbear intelligent?
No.
But those two, but the bugbears are.
Yes.
I'll save that then. Alright. Yeah, and the range is only 10 yards, so...
Something I forgot to mention, the male bugbear has a horn around his neck. Okay.
Like an actual useful horn, or just like something ornate?
Like a horn that you would blow in.
Okay, so it's an actual horn. Yeah.
Alright.
Cool.
So I'll shoot, I guess I'll probably help. Would have taken my turn to help the dwarf out that tripped.
Yeah.
Okay, sure. You do so. Help him up.
Engelard, man. Woo! That's what I'm talking
Fending
about.
off the owlbear's attacks while you help him up. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, done.
Yeah.
And now that's thinking with your noggin there, man. I like that.
I don't hit, so I might as well help people who can hit.
Yeah, no, that was good. That was real good.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah. Bonus XP.
4.
So,
Spencer. No.
yeah, I'm right here.
Okay.
Alright. So, the current situation is, what exactly? The dwarves are all still alive,
Yes.
who were alive.
Bugbear's getting fucked up.
No,
Pike
Bugbear's got
Pike and Walzer are fucking up the other guy in the room.
Yeah.
The
two
bugbears are perfectly fine.
Yeah. They haven't
The-
come into the room yet, though, so...
They are in the room.
Really? I thought
Okay.
you said that they were
Just
waiting
barely.
out the room
Just
before
barely.
the ice. Okay.
This is why I'm asking, because there's some confusion.
Yeah.
Okay. The 2 bugbears are just in the room. They haven't attempted to move anywhere, though, in the room. The wyvern the goblin mounted on the wyvern has had his arm broken.
Okay.
Mounted on a wyvern, that's still perfectly fine. That Walzer and Pike are engaging with.
Okay.
The owlbear is still being threatened by the 3 dwarves, one of which had been knocked prone, but Angular helped up.
Okay. And so does that mean that Walzer and Pike are like behind the owlbear?
No, Angular and Pike are next to the dwarven line.
Walzer and Pike.
Walzer and Pike, because they are attacking the guy on the wyvern. So the wyvern has passed the owlbear, is what I'm saying. The enemy wyvern.
The wyvern has moved around the owlbear, yes.
Trying to flank us, sort of thing, if you imagine in your mind.
Well, Thor will try and hurt the owlbear.
Okay.
And what size is the owlbear for attacking? Which one is that of the four numbers?
Third one.
Third one. Okay, thank you.
That's a 13 for you. So.
Yep.
Oh,
Crit
shit, baby. What?
This is for Bafar, says Thor inside his mind.
All right,
Does he even know what his own voice sounds like? I mean, like...
Well, yeah.
He did. He did have a voice at one point.
Okay.
Let me just check the damage right quick for that. +5.
It's a crit. It does God magic damage. Lightning strikes from the sky.
Your sword becomes
through the earth of the burrow.
Well, actually, because it's a large enemy, it does less damage. So,
interesting.
Yeah, it's going to be 8 damage. Still pretty good. On the... you break several ribs of the owlbear as you slide it basically lengthwise through the owlbear's torso.
Like on the ice?
No, that's the wrong figure. You break several ribs as you slide the...
Like, I'd imagine if you hit it from the front inwards, you would kind of, like, get the rib cage as well. Do you want to do it that way?
Right. Well, it's more from the side because the dwarves are in front of it.
Yeah, so I do have to be attacking somewhat
more from the side. Severe bleeding. And, yeah, you have definitely caused the owlbear a lot of discomfort, and the owlbear will actually rear up and flail about.
Yay.
And it's severe bleeding. Alright. Goblins.
Does the blood help make it stickier? Does he get more grip, or does he get less grip?
No change, I guess. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Let's see. The goblin mounted on the wyvern will, well, firstly, the wyvernling, who the goblin is riding, whose name is Fang, I was going to call him Fang, will attack Walzer.
Am I standing on top of the other wyvern?
No, why would you be doing that?
Because I jumped.
No, you mounted Pike. That's what you said.
Okay.
Okay, you were mounted on Pike.
Oh, no, I was going to just jump off his back and swing down.
Okay, well, you can't jump off his back because of the ceiling.
Right, okay. Yeah, no. Alright.
Okay.
Yeah.
The wyvern will attack Walzer.
You mean Fang? Or...
Fang will attack Walzer.
Yeah, okay.
I need you to make a constitution check. Strikes you
11.
barely just with its poison.
11. 25.
Alright, you're fine.
Yeah.
Okay. The shaman that's riding Fang.
You mean the... You're getting things confused. Fang was the guy on the wyvern.
The wyvern is Fang.
Oh, the wyvern is called Fang. Okay. Oh, okay, I see what you're saying now.
Goblin that's riding Fang.
Yep.
Will...
I thought the goblin's name was Fang.
Yeah, I know you did. Okay. The goblin riding Fang will mutter some words under his breath, kind of trying to keep his arm together.
Okay.
And Walzer, I need you to make a willpower check.
Motherfucker, are you serious? Alright, let's see. What is my willpower? It is 7.
7.
I am not going to pass this one, most probably. Ah, fuck.
Nope.
Walzer, you feel oddly compelled to be friendly with the goblin.
Oh, he does have a wyvern.
Yeah. You can be buddies, best buddies.
I mean, like, all things considered, I mean, he does Yeah, I mean, we've had our fights, but maybe we've grown closer over the times that he and I have spent together. You know,
So much for,
You know,
for
forcing
breaking
him
his
to eat
arm.
spiders.
yeah, you know, like
Yeah.
he likes wyverns. I like wyverns, or I like wyverns now. I never used to. Maybe seeing him mount the wyvern and ride it around that time I did gave me the inspiration that I needed to
Yeah,
you know raise Pike. So
actually, yeah, he's your inspiration.
yeah, he is. Yeah.
Surely you'd want to protect him, and also, well, he points. He kind of tells you telepathically, or kind of you just get the sense. You don't really hear him, or he doesn't actually say anything, but you get the sense that that those mean dwarves actually broke his arm, and he needs you to protect him.
They broke my friend's arm. That's not good, man. I mean, those dwarves, they seemed a little fishy from the time that I met them. So
Yeah.
yeah.
He agrees.
Yeah. You know what I'm gonna do? By
What's on your
golly,
turn?
I'm just going to go out of my way, and I'm going to help my friend. I mean, like, it's only fair,
you'll
right?
You'll act on your turn.
Yep, absolutely.
Let's see, the two bugbears. The male bugbear will attempt to cross the ice to attack Thor, who just struck the owlbear severely. He will attempt to cross the ice and fall on his butt.
Yes.
The owlbear does have a trident in his grasp, though. Just saying.
Ooh.
That's his weapon of choice, apparently.
I mean,
What? The bugbear?
You mean the rider
You said-
or the bugbear?
The bugbear.
Yeah.
The male
You said
bugbear.
owlbear.
The owlbear
Yeah, you
produces
said owlbear.
a...
That's why I was like,
This is awfully confusing. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
The male bugbear wielding a trident, and the female bugbear will. She actually looks. Walter, make a trouble sense check.
Absolutely. Seems like a good idea to me. It's 7. So let me just... Yeah. Oh, I don't notice anything out of the ordinary.
No, those dwarves are definitely trouble, though.
Oh, yeah, no. For sure. Definitely. For
Um,
sure.
The female bugbear will look back down the hallway she came from and then leave the room.
Interesting. Well, I'm focused on the dwarves, so I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. The owlbear will, in its throes, will attempt to attack that same dwarf that he knocked prone last time.
Get ready to help him up again.
God.
Oh God.
This isn't Persona, goddammit.
Okay, so the two claws will both hit,
Oh boy.
even with the -4. Just
Fuck. So he gets a big old bear hug?
not quite.
Whew.
He was able to attack 3 damage on each of the dwarf's legs. Not that bad. The dwarf is reduced to minor bleeding and half movement rate. That's Pheromane.
That's a good name. At least it doesn't start with a B, so... It's good
Yeah,
stuff.
I rolled up a whole list of dwarven names, so I wouldn't have to name them fake names.
Yeah.
I just make up on the top of my head.
Yeah.
Anywho, secondly, the rider, the Albel rider, will attempt to. He will continue to force the Albert to attack despite its dying state.
Oh, okay.
Interesting.
But, they fought to the death anyway, you said, so...
Yeah.
I know.
Hmm.
The dwarfs. The dwarfs will attempt to finish off the owlbear in its grand throes. Only one will hit this time, but it looks like that's going to be enough because that's also torso.
Yeah.
They're going to compound.
No.
Oh yeah.
It went from all of them hitting to 2 of them hitting to 1 of them hitting.
Yeah. Well, the way it is.
They get tired, I guess.
Yep. Yeah. At that point, so the one with the battle axe will, on the other side from where Thor is, will swing it around on the side, and embed itself in the meaty hide of the owlbear, and the owlbear will give a final cry, and will collapse to the ground. Blood begins to pool around him.
Is that ice melting? Like, how long does that ice stay there for?
Quite a bit of time. A lot longer.
Does the warm blood get rid of it, or is it magical?
It's magical.
Okay.
Yeah. The slip and slide doesn't stop.
Okay, that was the dwarves. Pike goes next.
Now, you're going to have to give me a ruling here, but does my mind being affected affect Pike's mind?
Yes, definitely.
Okay, well then I guess we go and attack the dwarves.
Okay, sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy.
So,
Would
Pike...
they attack Ingolard?
So how does this work exactly? Like, so now that I'm mounted on Pike, since his turn is before me, he gets to move. Are we now a unit? Like, do we move together as a unit? Like, how does that work?
No, well, Pike moves
Yeah.
and can attack independently, and then you attack from mounted position.
Okay, yeah, that's how I figured it would work. All right. So he's going to move, and he's going to bite and sting the closest dwarf. Probably the one near Engolard.
All right.
So bite and sting. And as he does this, I'm going... Oh, the sting. Oof.
Yeah, the thing is that dwarf will fail a Constitution check. Cause that dwarf to take -2 to attack, and he goes, he says, "Now what the hell are you doing?"
Yeah, as he does this, I say, "This is what you get for breaking my goblin friend's arm, you fucking dwarf."
All right.
Oh, this is gonna go really badly.
Yeah, since...
I have a feeling in my loins something's gonna be going down.
We're never gonna get to my character when the dwarves now go to war with the humans.
Walzer's turn.
And then Walzer will... he gets 2 swings, so he...
Yep.
Oh, no.
And mounted gives him a +1 as well, so he's gonna fucking...
One.
So what is it? They're medium size, right? So...
Right, yeah.
So that would be 15? Yeah.
Well, 1 missed.
17 misses, 26 hits though, mightily.
Oh.
The Lucerne Hammer is, underhand kind of swing. You kind of wheel it around as best you can in the low ceiling, but bring it down below you.
Mm-hmm.
And it catches the dwarf right in the belly and knocks the wind out of him.
And as that happens, I say, "You should know better than to hurt our friends."
He's so confused. Yep. That's going to be, you're going to break several ribs with that hit.
Mm-hmm.
Minor internal bleeding. Half move, an additional -2 to hit, so that dwarf is at -4. Alright, let's go to Engelard.
Just a quick question.
Yep.
Is his aggression only to the dwarves?
Well, for the time being.
Mm-hmm.
They appear to pose most threat to the wyvern-mounted goblin.
Well, technically, the nature of it is he is allied to someone else.
Yes.
So it's not really where his aggression is. He's not being magically aggressive against the dwarves. He's being magically friendly with the goblins.
Yeah.
Yes, but what I was wondering is that since he doesn't know the dwarves, but he does know Ingolard.
Yeah.
All right, but just for in character's sake, I'm just gonna roll through. Actually, I'm gonna roll with the monitor. That word that I always mispronounce, the monterdy, in order to know more of the specifics of that spell.
Themagurky. That's a pass.
That was close, but that hits. Despite this not being an arcane spell again, it's still religious in nature.
Yeah.
It's got all the makings of a simple charm enchantment.
Would I have anything I wonder that would break a charm? Besides scaring the hell out of him.
Interesting. Of Walzer?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Scaring the hell out of Walzer? Interesting.
Very interesting. Intriguing.
Interesting.
Intriguing, perhaps.
Yes.
I mean,
Quite
I
interesting.
don't... For fuck's sake, I'm gonna punch both of you. God damn. Where's that spell book?
Well,
the
okay,
other
you
spell
do know Walz's fucking
Well,
deep
yeah.
dark secret. Like he fucking, you know about all that. So, or his greatest fear, I guess you could say. So, I
Water.
mean, yeah, or drowning in particular.
If
And
only I
bathing.
had water.
That explains a lot.
What was that?
I insinuated that Walzer doesn't bathe and is smelly.
Okay.
He bathes more than Balaclava Benny. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, really. Sick burn on that NPC.
Boom.
He's really gonna feel that on Thursday.
Yeah, next week at
Anywho,
6 p.m.
Angular.
PST on
Well,
this
I mean,
Twitch channel.
It's either. I mean, he probably won't end up attacking me. As I imagine, if the goblin would have tried to charm in and attacking me, it would probably not work too well on attacking a friend, someone he actually knows real well. But so, I guess I'm going to end up using Spook to save the party.
Okay.
So, now I know it says Spook. I don't need to know the target sphere, but does that help if I know the target sphere?
No, because it entirely takes place within the target's mind.
Okay.
You are not affecting it at all. The target just becomes afraid of something.
Okay, that's fine by me.
Okay. So you cast some. You say some magical words.
Yeah. So I guess at first I guess the Lord would have basically jumped back from the dwarf that just got completely slammed.
Mm-hmm.
And shit's fucked right now with something's wrong with Walzer, obviously. So
Yeah,
it's
he's saying that goblins are his friends. Like, what's up with that?
Yeah.
Like, that seems really
Gotta
strange.
gotta pull out the other book. Gotta pull out yet another book, different one this time.
It feels
Flip-
like you
flip
need
to a
cheat
page.
sheets.
Well, hey, I wasn't. Now that I think about it, I probably would have had to read it straight off the page in order to be able to use the spell.
Yeah.
Usually.
Yeah.
So anyways, he's going to do it, look at the spell, and then, in a booming voice, Ingolor's going to say, La Rua Vos, and then close the book and start advancing on Walzer.
Okay. Walzer, make a willpower check.
If I pass this is going to be the fucking greatest day of my life.
I'm going to be...
7. Okay, yeah.
Yes.
Alright.
All right. Walzer, from what
Yes.
you can tell, the ceiling of the cavern begins to crack and crumble, and falls away, and a tidal wave worth of water begins to fill the cavern.
Okay.
Actually, no, it doesn't. The ice from the ground begins to creep past the dwarves up to where you are, and underneath your feet, and it cracks underneath you, and you fall through.
Am I suddenly not on Pike? Is that how it goes in my mind?
That's how it goes in your mind.
Okay.
You
Now-
fall off Pike, hit the ground, fall through the ice into the frozen water that exists in the phantasms of your mind.
Now, in
Oh,
reality, does he
fuck.
fall off Pike?
Oh, what actually? Would Pike be affected either? Or
Yeah, that's the main question here.
Let's have Pike make a willpower check.
Okay.
Plus
No? Oh
5.
boy.
Pike's vitals. Where are they?
Plus 5. He's got 5 willpower.
Yeah, he does. Alright. If he passes, this will be fucking good. Okay. So
Nope.
We basically, like, equal.
Yeah, you guys, but in your minds, in your shared mind,
Yeah.
you guys both fall through magical ice that's been apparently sitting underneath the stone for
Alright,
eternity.
so this is what it looks like to everyone else outside. So basically, I look down at the ground, and I'm like, oh, fuck! And then I drop my Lucerne on the ground, and I basically, like, hug the neck of Pike.
Yep.
And,
Pike just starts whimpering.
and then I just start screaming.
Fall to the ground, I imagine, flailing,
Yeah.
screaming.
Yeah,
Remember, kids, I can only do things against my allies.
yeah.
All right, that will bring us to Thor's turn.
Now, what is Thor's scene of the Walzer situation? All of it, presumably?
Yeah, all of it.
So Walzer attacks one of the dwarves and talks about goblin friend, and then starts screaming and hugging Pike.
Yep.
What kind of enemies are still in play besides Walzer?
The Owlbear's rider, the male bugbear. The female bugbear has left, but presumably still alive. I mean, everything she would be. And the goblin that's mounted on his wyvern, Fang, is in kind of the farthest distance away.
Yeah.
Who is Thor closest to? I thought Thor was to the left of the dwarves.
Yes, adjacent to the owlbear, who was collapsed dead.
So Owlbear's dead. So now Thor, for Thor's next attack, he is either going to go for the closest person, or if the closest person doesn't seem very threatening,
the shaman, then the male bugbear is next.
The dismounted owlbear shaman.
Oh, he's still mounted on the corpse.
Okay. He doesn't actually think that guy can do anything.
All right.
That guy looks pathetic in Thor's eyes. And then after that is the male bugbear. Did you say?
Yeah, who's now on his butt in a sitting position on the ice.
Nah, not threatening either. What comes next?
Walzer, I guess.
Who is currently screaming and dropped his weapon. And Pike kind of probably is freaking out too. Don't worry, guys. I saved us.
Thor is decidedly less understanding about humans than Bafar, who is dead. And so Thor does not necessarily put together that this is he doesn't know that there's something's going on.
Okay.
So Thor is going to actually consider attacking Walzer.
Yeah.
I mean, I would argue since he doesn't have a weapon.
Pike is a weapon.
Yeah.
And he seems to be he seems to be controlling Pike.
They both seem to be freaking out. So I don't know.
I'm going to say that there is a 75% chance that Thor attacks Walzer, and I'm going to roll a 1d20, and 5 to 20 is not attacking Walzer. Or no, 15 to 20, not 5 to 20. That's the other way around. So 15 to 20 is not attacking Walzer, and because there is a toss-up in Thor's mind, I can't just decide. I'm going to let the dice decide. Do you feel good about that, GM?
Yeah.
Do you want to roll or should I roll?
You roll.
All right.
Okay.
17. Thor doesn't attack Walzer. He's going to... Thor is on the fence about it, but rather than skip the shaman and the bugbear to attack Walzer, he's going to attack. He's gonna attack his way to Walzer and then make up his mind.
Okay. So the shaman?
So yeah, let's attack the shaman, who is small, right?
Small and unarmored.
Okay, so... yeah, he's just gonna swing. He's not gonna call shot or anything.
Sure.
By the way, did you see chat real quick?
27.
What about?
Fucking chat called out what the
Spooky.
roll would be for.
Call the 17.
Yeah.
3 spooky, 5 me.
Good job.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Thor wields his great sword and he wheels it around him. Maybe spins or something like that. That'd be cool.
On the ice, does a pirouette.
Yeah, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Severs the goblin shaman's leg, and blood spurts out.
Okay.
And he squeals. Something like that.
That goblin didn't do a lot of magic now, did he? He just kind of pushed out some smoke and then just fucking got ignored.
Yeah, he did.
Mm.
Interesting.
I feel like we skipped him 3 times, probably. Maybe even 2 times.
Alright, the enemies. The goblin that's mounted on Fang will actually...
we know the name now.
Oh yeah, I mean, we knew his name before. I told him.
Oh, did we?
Yeah, the Fang is the wyvern, not the...
Is the wyvern. It's the other wyvern.
Gotcha.
They will actually exit stage right, back towards the mushroom hallway.
Okay.
In a panic.
They're panicking? Why are they panicking?
Well, they're going to, strategic redeployment.
I shattered the guy's shoulder, basically.
Yeah, he is hurt and he is a weenie.
So who's the person who successfully mined effed up Walzer.
That's the one that's mounted on Fang.
Yeah.
Oh,
So he's going to. He didn't want Walzer next to him, so he could get to the door.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
At that point, the bugbear will regain his footing and attempt to close the distance between him and Thor with another dexterity check. Succeeding this time, and he will attack Thor with his trident. Miss wildly. I imagine parried very dexterously by Thor.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
At that point, the dwarves will go. The dwarf will regain its that Walzer attack will regain its footing and get a +4 to his attack against Walzer.
Okay. This is the dwarf that I hit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now he's mad. Walzer, your armor class is 21.
Yep.
Okay. That dwarf brings its battle axe down onto your belly as you're kind of flailing to and fro
Mhm.
on the ground. Yeah, he's just gonna try to. Yeah.
Mhm.
Major bleeding now for Walzer.
Do I snap out of a thing? What happens?
No, I mean in your delusion, you're in pain as well, just a different kind of pain. You think that whenever somebody drowns, they just feel a horrible pain in their abdomens.
Okay, makes sense. Yeah. Am I bleeding in my delusion?
No.
Okay. Fair enough. This is
I
how
will tell you
Walzer
when
dies.
I will tell you when these things wear off because they have a set time limit.
Walzer will die.
The next dwarf will also attack Walzer
Mm.
and crit.
Oh no.
Walzer's dead.
Oh my god.
This is the two-handed hammer.
That fucking goblin, man. Fuck that
Well,
goblin.
Same goblin who eluded you that year ago to come
Yeah.
back to wreak havoc.
And you.
This is
and
the
I
sort
don't-
of like you let the one-armed man go,
Yeah.
and then at the end of the
Hey
movie,
man,
it's the one-armed man who
he
kills
literally glided off a fucking mountain on a wyvern. There is no way in hell I could catch him. So,
Walzer,
yeah.
I'm going to give you a willpower check now because this wouldn't happen in a drowning situation.
Well, getting hit with a fucking hammer?
No, having your arm broken.
Oh. Okay. So, that was a 7 for me, right? So-
That's your right arm. Yeah.
okay.
No, that was a crit. That was 12 damage.
Well, he broke out of it.
Yeah. So the illusion breaks. You awake lying on the ground, and because you broke out of that, I'm gonna give you another willpower check to break out of the charm too.
And he's not going to.
Nope.
How did I know?
No, he's not. The dwarves are attacking you now. Oh no!
God damn.
Mm-hmm.
You have a broken arm now though.
So you're not doing much.
You actually can't. Make attacks
Like,
with
kick
a
a
busted,
motherfucker.
with a busted right arm. Yeah.
What about Pike?
Pike is fine. Pike is also out of the illusion, but still under the impression that the dwarves are
Is he?
enemies.
Is Pike out of the illusion?
I
Because
actually
he didn't get a broken arm.
Mm.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, but he's tied to Walzer telepathically.
Mm-hmm.
But we had to make.
Well, at the
separate-
very least, he had to make a willpower save earlier. Shouldn't he have
Yeah.
to make another one to break free,
Yeah.
as Walzer did?
Hey,
Oh, okay. I'm just trying to. If you say no, I will agree with you. It's just clarifying questions.
okay.
How badly
go
do you
willpower
want to
check for
kill
Pike.
Walzer right now,
Yeah.
Ricky?
Go and,
Yeah.
go and make a willpower check for Pike.
Alright.
Yep.
That was a 5, I believe.
Yep.
No, he's
Nope.
fine. He's still drowning.
Pike is still drowning.
Except Walzer's not there anymore, and he's even more scared.
Yeah, definitely. And you feel that pain.
Mm-hmm.
You know what's going on with him.
Motherfucker.
Oh, right. The third dwarf will as well attack Walzer because now that the bugbear's dead and the goblin has been de-limbed,
Mm-hmm.
Not going to know-
Walzer needs to be dealt with. He will miss though.
He had the easiest hit and the most, and yet he missed.
Yep. Okay, let's go to Pike.
Okay. Nothing?
Oh god, I'm drowning.
Yeah.
Just drowning.
Like, I don't know.
Let's go to Walzer instead.
Okay. Animal companionship. I would argue that I can telepathically try and get him out of this because I know what's going on.
No, that was that willpower check. That failed.
Okay, can I do something to get him out of this?
You can try. That's your turn.
You beat him up.
I'm gonna try and mount him.
Okay. Go ahead and give him another willpower check.
Me or him?
Give
Had
him
you
another
dismounted
willpower
him?
check.
Did I miss the part where you dismounted Pike?
I got
probably got knocked off.
They both fell off.
Yeah.
They both.
Oh, okay.
17. This is not gonna end
No.
well for me.
You can't even mount him. He's flailing around.
Yeah.
Stinger's going wild. You don't want to get stung either.
Alright, at this point, I know that
And you roll.
Angelard also fucking cast a spell on me. So, basically now... I'm gonna pick up my Lucerne with my one hand, my good
Okay.
hand, and I am going to stand by Pike, and I am going to
Okay.
say, God, this is a very interesting predicament that Walter's in right now. I'm going to say, Engelard, I thought you were better than this, and then
I thought you.
and then I'm going to... Who's closest to me, Engelard or a dwarf?
I was.
I'm
went
going
a little bit
to...
back because that's where I cast the spell.
Is there like a defensive stance or something like that I can go into?
It's a specific ability you have to purchase.
Okay, so no. Alright.
That
Let's
Bofar
see.
had.
Let's see.
Didn't help Bafar.
Nope.
He saved Thor though. Thor owes him his life.
Yeah.
Well, Bell and I could have gotten attacked too.
He could have.
Let's see.
Balin's long gone.
Yeah, Balin. There we go. That's the name.
Not much I can do here except sort of put my back against Pike.
Yeah, so you look like a caged animal.
Yeah.
You're bleeding horribly, holding your torso, with your Lucerne in the same hand. Your right arm hangs uselessly to your side. You're kind of half-heartedly swinging it. Get back.
Yeah, that sort of thing.
Also-
yeah.
Also, when he made your Constitution check,
What? Oh yeah, for his bleeding. Yeah, Constitution check. Good call.
11.
I look out for the party even when they're trying to kill us.
Still major bleeding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wells is basically gone. There's... Yeah. Okay, yep. So that means it's Engelard's turn now.
Mm-hmm. Engelard.
I know. I have no. Alistair's spellbook is useless to me for this. All he has is he doesn't have any cantrips that would help me.
He doesn't. No, not really.
All he has is magic. All that he gave me was his magic missile, detect magic, and a bunch of cantrips, including spiders.
Mm-hmm.
Would I know that if the goblin was incapacitated or injured further, would it break the spell on Walzer?
That is true. That would happen.
Well, it's very much do or die time. First, I'm going to shout to the dwarves, "Get the hell back! If you hurt him anymore, he's going to die."
He started it.
Yes, actually, no. That goblin over there started when they put him under some charm. Now back the hell off before any one of us die.
I don't know. That's pretty convincing. Walzer's not that much of a threat right now.
Yeah.
Let's try this. I want you to try to make an untrained intimidation check.
Which is...
I have diplomacy.
Muscle.
Oh,
or-
diplomacy. Diplomacy. Use diplomacy.
Oh, yeah. No,
Yeah.
that'll work.
I have hype. This is the first time I'll ever roll it, and it's going to probably fail. Nope.
Hey!
Geez, yeah. Okay. The goblins will. I mean, the dwarves will act on their turn. Do you want to do anything else?
I guess I won't. I guess I'll reason with Walzer real quick before doing my final action.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Walzer, what the hell do you think you're doing?
What the fuck do you think you're doing?
I'm trying to stop
hold
you
on.
from getting yourself killed.
Can you say that again, but more injured?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. What do you think you're doing? There we go.
Oh, there you go.
I'm trying to make sure you don't die.
Friends, you don't cuss. You're a piece of shit.
You know, you're right. Friends don't cast spells on other friends unless that friend is already under another spell. Now tell me, 5 minutes ago, what did you think when you saw that goblin? Did you really think he was your friend?
Of course.
When you were running up and smacking him with your latrine? What's it called?
Latrine.
I don't know how to pronounce words. Okay.
Latrine.
Lucerne.
Yeah.
You smacked him with. You're smacking with your lucerne. When Pike ran up and started find it. Hell, you should know. Wyverns are territorial, and yet Pike is actually willingly working with this other wyvern.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
That's
I'll go ahead and give you another willpower check from that diplomacy.
Oh, what if he critically failed?
Yeah. All right, passed.
Yes.
Yes, Walter, you snap out of it.
I stopped swinging my lucerne and I fall to my knees.
Okay.
And I'm like, that spider-eating son of a bitch. And what about Pike? What's going on with him?
Still freaking.
He's tired himself. He's tuckered himself out.
Yeah.
He's given up.
Yep. He's let the water take him.
Yep.
Would I be allowed to dispel that spell?
With what?
I don't know. I guess I was just asking if I could remove
because you cast it. Yeah. Sorry, I don't know what I was thinking.
Yeah, I'm going to do that for poor Pike.
Okay.
I mean,
snap your fingers.
Yeah.
All right.
So I'm gonna climb over to Pike and sort of just lay on him, I guess. Lay on the saddle.
And before anything, and just a quick question, but what's the incantation for magic missile?
Crepitus.
Can you spell?
I'll write it down.
Yeah.
Crap pizzas.
Is combat over?
Almost.
The male bugbear is still in the room.
Did the wyvern goblin run away?
He did.
Hmm.
It's Thor's turn.
Yeah.
Alright, well, kill the male bugbear.
Yeah.
You'll try.
Is he still on his ass?
No, remember you stood up and closed the distance to you.
Oh, okay. Well then,
Oh, sorry.
I will. And what size is he?
Large.
Oh, he's large.
He is
So he's bigger than a human.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's two hobgoblins put together, if I remember correctly.
Alright.
basically
19?
Nope.
Damn, these things are pretty tough.
Let's go to the bugbear sees that he is
Hilariously outnumbered.
he calls in a very guttural, very savage language behind him. There's no response. And he will actually use his stunt that he has.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Self-destruct. No, I'm just kidding.
No.
Drops a grenade. Boop. At his
Martyrdom.
Yeah.
He's
I'm
not
glad
dead.
you got that, yeah. I'm glad you got
Yeah,
that.
I mean, why wouldn't you take that?
Yeah. Why wouldn't you take that? It's just the best.
This is going to be something. It's in here somewhere. Oh, yeah. Dance. No, not Dance Blades. That's hers. She also has a stunt.
Yeah.
It's a better stunt. Driving Flurry. This attack. So he's going to attack you, Thor, and it's going to push you 10 feet away.
Mm-hmm. That's a good one. I want to get that one.
He will hit, actually.
Okay.
That's going to be 3 damage.
That means nothing to me.
Okay.
You've been the one tracking all of the
Mhm.
damage thresholds and etc.
Yep.
Your right arm's gonna be struck. You're minor bleeding from another place,
Okay.
which you weren't actually minor bleeding before. I don't know why I say that. Only your foot's broken.
Yeah. Okay.
You're now minor bleeding.
Okay.
Not a big hit, but he's gonna push you 10 feet back,
Okay.
and he's going to get to, and then he gets to move 10 feet.
Okay.
He's gonna move away from you, back towards the doorway
Okay.
That's from the ice.
on the ice. Let's go pass his dexterity check.
Is he disengaging combat?
Yeah.
So if he runs away, combat's over?
Something like that. Yeah.
All right.
The dwarves will respond as you expect, as you hoped, with your diplomacy check earlier, and they will say, "So keep him away from us," and then they will move to the other side of the room, see that there's no enemies left.
The bugbear's in the room.
Oh yeah,
He's running away.
he's running away. They saw him push Thor.
But I mean, weren't they before trying to possibly rescue Balthor?
Yeah, they're gonna move into the room where they believe Bafar
Yeah.
is.
Just
Yeah.
don't do it that way. They're gonna have to move over the ice though. They're gonna do it anyway though.
Well, they can move carefully as well. They don't have to combat move across the ice.
Two of them
Is
are
that-
gonna crit actually. I don't know if you can. I mean, I can't show you really, but two of them crit their dexterity checks.
Which
They start
brings
somersaulting.
Bafar back to life.
No, one of them falls on his ass. But they eventually get to the point where, well, they don't get there quite yet. Pike.
Yeah.
He's not actually hurt, is he?
No,
No.
not at all.
Well, and Walzer is basically bleeding out, broken arm.
Make a Constitution check.
For what? For Walzer?
Major bleeding. Yeah.
There we go.
All right, you're down to minor bleeding. You're down to only 4 blood though out of 13.
Oh.
Yeah. So basically, it's kind of looking like that Walzer is sort of, I guess, like, explain this to me. Like, low blood means passing out as well.
No, if you get all the way down, you'll pass out and eventually bleed out and die.
Okay, but you get to the point where you've seen a guy who's losing a lot of blood rapidly, right? They sort of like
Yeah.
change color and then they get
Yeah.
like real woozy and stuff. So is Walzer sort of at that state?
Yeah.
Well, if that's the
Getting-
case, then Pike is going to run up to Engelard and sort of nudge him a lot.
Okay.
Huh.
Walzer. Yeah.
With Walzer on his
Yeah.
back, by the way.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Walzer, your turn. You down to 3 blood.
Yep. Can I heal myself?
Oh, no, you're still down to 4.
Yeah.
I will let you. Yeah, you can. But the way this works is that basically you're instructing Engelard what to do because you're having a hard time moving. Your arm is broken.
Perfect.
Yeah.
We'll do that.
Yeah.
We will do that. And I believe my healing is
This will be plus 12.
plus 12.
Okay.
All right. Minor bleeding has ceased. Your arm is
Yeah.
obviously still broken,
Yeah.
but you're
Engelard-
not gonna lose any more blood.
Yeah,
anytime
that's
soon.
Yeah. I did what I could.
Yeah, you did. You performed mightily.
Yes.
Let's go to Engelard.
Well, I mean, there's the Bugbear's probably going to do away, but I'm going to say to Walzer, I guess probably more to Pike, get him out of here. If he stays long, and he needs to get help now.
Okay.
And then I'm going to
He doesn't
Move with the
understand
dwarf.
English, though, so... But...
No.
no, I'm.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I would be speaking also to Walzer.
Okay.
And I guess then I'm going to move with the dwarves, and I guess there's no point to the ice anymore. The Bugbear's not going to swim, most likely, so if I can dispel it, I will.
Okay. Sure, done.
And then I'm going to move to since the dwarves are heading toward Balfarwin, I'm going to head there as well. Maybe as fast as I can, so long as I'm not running past the bugbear.
And then Thor.
He's gonna go after Bafar, who he knows is dead.
Okay, sure. And the dwarves will go for Bafar. The bugbear will get there first. He's actually running at this point now. Running deeper into the cavern, when you guys get closer to the door, you hear the male bugbear kind of yelp a little bit, and basically combat's over at this point. So
yeah,
okay.
The bugbear, you guys into the chamber. You see first of all the dwarves, and you guys see Bafar's mangled corpse in the room. You also see Bolvor, and standing there, very bloody, bits of armor hanging off him, scratched, bloody nose, essentially, and one other of his squad, really bad off. Probably fought the rest of the hobgoblins and bugbears.
Jesus.
And Bolvor is holding the female bugbear's head.
Yep. So they did route them towards us then.
Right. And the male bugbear yelps and just kind of stands there, kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place. And he kind of looks to the right-way passageway that leads to the wolf entrance and begins to kind of move that way. So what do you guys do, if anything?
Well, I see his... I'm not going to waste a spell on him. So, I guess I'm going to survey the room. This is the first time I've ever been here.
Yeah.
So, Graham, who picks up the sword? I assume the sword that Bofar dropped.
Nobody. Who does? I don't know. Nobody said anything about any sword.
I see it. I'm going to pick it up just because.
Okay.
This was.
It's
I
a
guess
cool
this was
looking
the sword.
Yeah, I'll put it in my.
No, I literally don't. I guess this was his sword.
Yeah. Dwarves say it will be buried with him.
That's all right. That's fine.
Well, I mean, I could really use
it. He takes
it
from you.
Yeah.
He takes it from you rudely.
You don't have to be a dick about it.
Because he knows how humans are and their theft.
It's true. We do thieve a lot of things.
All right. Anything else? You guys let the bugbear run? Bulwark certainly can't really stop him.
Well, the Bafar's squad will collect his body and his belongings.
Yeah, they will.
Yep.
Especially the sword, which they will hearken back to House Norfolk.
Yep.
As it is a house treasure.
Yep.
Yep.
One of the dwarfs is limping, and he doesn't really help pick up. He does what he can, but one of them is fairly injured. The other two are no worse for wear.
The dwarves will, in general, make the cleanups, basically.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I guess.
Bolvor essentially kind of sets the head down of the female bugbear, and he says, "We'll let that one run back and with his tail between his legs and tell his masters the Vale has no place for them." Walls are down, so kind of.
Yeah, I imagine Walzer would make sure that he got his short bow, and then he would sort of make his way out to the entrance and, I don't know, find a stream or something like that.
Okay, just without saying anything, or.
Well, I mean, like everyone else left, so.
Well, the dwarves collect the body, and Bolvor and the dwarves kind of start to make their way out towards the wolf entrance.
Okay.
And then you guys are kind of alone there, you and Pike and Engelard.
Yeah,
Thor, I suppose. Thor, do you want to go back to the stronghold?
What? Where? Why? Where would Thor go?
Back to the stronghold.
I mean,
the Dwarven stronghold.
Yeah, where he's from.
His home.
His job's done.
Yeah, job is done.
He's going with Bafar's group to bring back the remains and stuff.
Yep, done. And maybe try to find Balin.
Yeah.
Fucking Bailey.
Well,
Right.
I imagine that. You just said that we didn't leave that way. Balin went the other way.
Yeah,
So-
I mean, I said try to hunt down Balin wherever he went.
Yeah, well, I imagine eventually he snaps out of a basic fear. I mean,
he does. You don't know that.
so he'll. Well, I think we expect him to rendezvous at the base camp or whatever.
Okay.
Or if he
Yeah.
doesn't, then I guess he's just
So-
dead.
So the dwarves leave, and then Engelard, Pike, and Walzer are there by themselves.
Well,
It's all
I'm-
very quiet for once, because ever since you came in here, ever since the shrieking mushrooms, to the horn being sounded, to the owlbears hooting,
to the fake drowning.
nothing but noise, and now it's dark and quiet. So
I sort of like roll over my head and sort of look at Engelard and I go, sorry.
Right fucked up this time.
But you know what? I never really liked dwarves anyway. Do I remember what I did?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I sort of chuckled to myself and I was like, do me a favor.
What?
Tell no one.
Oh,
And,
I won't tell anyone,
yep.
but the dwarves, on the other hand.
Yeah.
And and then we share a hearty chuckle, and then fade to black.
Yep. I guess, if we have to choose what happens next, head to Wyvern's Falls, I guess.
Well, we'll pick up right here.
Oh, okay, all right. Well, that's good. So I've got to roll my healing check because I crit the fuck out of that today.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to roll a d. The way that this works for everyone in chat, my healing. What am I? So there's two things here. What do I roll? Do I roll 2? And tell which one is which?
No, just roll against the highest one, and then they both go up.
Okay, so basically my if I pass a 9, does only the intuition one go up?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So basically, I have intuition. I have a healing skill that is based on intuition and intelligence. The intelligence one is +12, and the intuition one is +9. I'm going to roll a d20 now, and if I get higher than a d12, like 13 and up, then they will both go up. If I only get higher than a d9, so 10 and up, then the intuition one will go up. If I get anything lower, then nothing happens, and the skill doesn't get any better. So it's a very interesting way of getting higher skills. So here we go. Nothing.
Nope.
No.
Well, I'll never crit again.
All right.
Yeah.
So
I'll never hit again.
Yeah.
Good game, everybody.
Mm.
action packed.
Yeah, that was good. Walls
I
have
did
got
nothing
mighty
at first.
fucked up. Holy crap. Charm
I did nothing
spells,
at
man.
first.
Yo, fuck that
Yeah.
shit. Yeah.
Well,
Level
I
1
did nothing at first, then I stopped Walzer from getting himself killed.
Yeah. It was very
Yeah.
interesting. Mm.
Magic is a very rare thing in this setting, game,
Yeah.
Yeah.
what have you. And especially since Blood Dew started, you guys haven't seen any magic.
Well,
I mean,
except for
it's over.
Alistair and stuff. So.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Once we started this new phase,
Yep.
it's not necessarily magic oriented. So to throw a little magic in there could really mess things up. Don't have any magic defenses.
Yeah, so, I mean, everyone playing at home, I mean, Walzer has always had a problem with magic. Like, always, whenever magic gets cast against him, he seems to just fucking fail. And it's just hilarious that Pike is, like, on the same level as well, so it's kind of funny like that.
It's pretty much,
Oops.
magic is pretty much attacks constitution and willpower.
Yeah,
Pretty much only.
yeah. But yeah, I mean, that was really good. Do you happen to have XP for us?
I'll work something up. It's not. I mean, I gotta figure it out.
All right, cool.
Well, we know who's doing the least.
Well, I'm gonna give you some bonus XP, Engelard, especially for helping up the dwarf after he was knocked down.
Yeah, that was really good. Like, I wouldn't have done that.
that was worth a bonus XP.
Yeah, that really was. Yeah.
Yay.
Yay.
Anyway, concerns. I understand the map may have been a concern.
Yeah, the map.
I
was
had a
confusing.
map, and then I ruined it, so
Yeah.
I didn't have time to make a new one.
Yeah,
Right
it was really confusing for me. Like I wrote
yeah,
down what I thought it was, but then you're like, and then there's 4 hallways exiting this main room. I'm like, what the fuck? Where? Like, you know, like.
Yeah.
So
I just kind of started reading it. Hence,
Yeah.
I kept getting confused on enemy locations and such. Also, I think it's after we did the XP for this. I think I'm finally going to dump it all.
Into what? What are you dumping it into?
I don't know.
Sure, you should get some good stuff, I think.
I mean, I'll have so much. I think I want a shopping spree. Maybe I'll actually become useful in combat, or maybe I just need more skills.
Yeah. Yeah. It's kind of interesting that you chose crossbow because I feel like a short bow would do you a lot better considering you would have just more chances of rolling.
But he was doing it to his character, which is more important to me.
It is, yeah. It definitely is, yeah.
It's something he made himself, and him picking up swords was just kind of like, oh, this is kind of nifty.
You're gonna be like a fucking guy who just walks around just like taking swords from people because.
Well, hey, I actually didn't take that one.
You tried to. I reckon that was a good idea.
No, here's the thing. When I thought about it, I was like, no, that's a dick move. This is, in fact, his...
Well, if all the dwarves were dead, it wouldn't have been a dick move.
I have a criticism.
Yeah.
The way that you killed Bafar felt really arbitrary. I think you failed to communicate that you were rolling an attack roll. Failed to communicate that the owlbear was charging. You just sort of waited for the results of all of those things and then did it.
It sounded like walls. It sounded like it was almost like a railroad, to be honest.
Yeah, it just felt like there's nothing that could have been done, and that was really taking power out of the hands of the players. Even if there really wasn't anything that could be done, you have to communicate each step that occurs, as opposed to skipping to the end for drama's sake, because you put me in a very combative, sort of cheated emotion in the way that went down.
Yeah.
Noted.
I mean...
Yeah, the other thing was, like, you kind of lost track of all the... Like, there was 2 wizards in that last fight, but only one of them actually did anything. And I kind of felt like that you forgot about one of them. I'm not sure if that's, like, a... Whatever.
I think it was more or less the other one couldn't do much.
Well, I mean, like...
He did try the salamander thing.
The one that was mounted on the owlbear had to do stuff on his turn in order to control the owlbear.
Oh,
just remember remember he said that owlbear should be impossible to control.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense, I guess.
And
yeah, I didn't think that was out of.
It just felt weird that, you know, one wizard it literally did, like, it almost
was
killed
controlling the owlbear.
a PC, while the other one was like, eh.
You recall he only did the mist when the owlbear was stationary.
Yeah.
And then there was a huge, and that was part of the thing too, like the schism, like we destroyed the owlbear after it completely obliterated Bafar with no chance of not being obliterated.
It was because it was the position was proper that time.
Plus, he did get hugged, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean,
it was also.
I mean, his concern is not, or what Spencer's saying is that I didn't communicate properly with what was happening.
Yeah, I'm not suggesting that there was foul play or anything. I'm suggesting that that there's this schism, and if I was a less experienced player, especially after the owlbear got destroyed afterwards, I would assume that the GM killed Bafar intentionally somehow. And that I would...
I thought it was because he didn't want a magical sword in the game. But...
Well, Bafar was leaving after this game anyway.
No, it was more of a... I knew I was going to attack Bafar, and I probably wasn't going to... I was going to let the dice do the figuring out for me. Just happened to roll a crit, and then hug, and then bonus damage.
Yeah. I mean, oh well.
So, sorry, but I'll keep that in mind for next time.
Yeah.
I was trying to make it dramatic. I mean, I think you understand.
At least
yeah,
it was a PC didn't kill you.
I can see what you did. It's dangerous what you did. I feel like I have some experience playing TTRPGs. Even I was really butthurt for about 2 rounds, just because of the nature that it occurred in.
All right, noted.
All right, yeah. So
Living and
good
learning.
game, good session, nice 4 hours of solid combat.
Well, at least you didn't die to another PC.
Jesus, how many sessions are we away from me playing my character?
Well,
finally,
I'm pretty sure Graham told me that this would be after this session, it would open up to open world, kind of.
Well, okay, so it all depends on you guys and what you do.
Yeah.
But hopefully, next session in the second half.
You think that there'll be okay? So there might be something to draw them where I am by the second half.
Yeah, or the very end.
Or the very end. Well,
It just depends how long they take. I mean,
yeah.
I don't want
Or if
to.
they
You guys just told me about railroading. I mean, and then you want me to force you to show up.
Well, I don't want you to force them to me. There's a difference between a railroaded event that's unstoppable and a plot. I feel anyway.
All right.
But if they don't force them to go to me, but yeah.
I understand, and I'm okay.
After a certain amount of delays, though, if they just go in a completely different direction, we're going to have to say that my guy is not where we have said he is.
Yeah, we'll say he's somewhere else, but I don't think that will happen.
Okay, yeah.
We'll see.
All right, guys. I think it's a good place to end it. Thanks, everyone, for watching. You almost got to see a... Would you have named a dice after Walls' death if it happened, Graham?
Well, I was using Rude Blue when I did that, so.
So it would just have chalked up another kill.
Yep. The 1 would have became a 2 on your die, sort of thing.
Rude Blue, Slayer of Walzer.
Yep. That was a very interesting.
Just keep adding second names or third names.
Yeah, it just gets longer. Every time every time you get a new wife and divorce, it's yep.
Yeah.
So yeah, thanks very much for watching. I'm probably going to take a break tonight and then play some H1Z1 because that game is fun as shit. But next week we have the Die Party Hollow Earth Expedition Episode 3 on Thursday, which will be fucking awesome. Jacob's character will get out of the toilet for the first time. And yeah, that'll be awesome. Yeah, so make sure you follow and go to the YouTube channel and subscribe because all the content for Die Party is there, including last week's game and this week's game. There's over 100 hours of Die Party content there, starting from the very beginning all the way up to now. Hasn't been a time I haven't recorded it. That's pretty much it. Thanks, guys. We out of here. Have a good night.